Everyone, welcome to my class. My name is Divyanshi Joshi and I'm from ARIHANT College of Education. So today I'll be taking your class. So before going further, let's discuss on something else, alright? So I hope you all love to watch movies, right? So let's see. Yes. So it's an image from a movie. So can you guess from which movie? Yes, correct. It's Aquaman. Great. Excellent. Now let's see the next one. Yes, students. So we have one more movie. So come on, guess which movie does this image belong to? Yes, Godzilla versus Kong. Very nice. Excellent. So now I have a video from one of my favorite, frictional creature, which is supernatural creature and imaginary too. So I just wanted to share with you. So let's see that video. Alright? Yes.
Da, 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 da. Isn't he beautiful? Say hello to Buckbeak.
Hagrid, exactly what is that?
That, Ron, is a hippogriff. First thing you want to know about hippogriffs is that they're very proud creatures, very easily offended. You do not want to insult a hippogriff. It may just be the last thing you ever do. Now, who'd like to come and say hello? Well done, Harry. Well done. Come on now. Now, you have to let him make the first move. It's only polite. So, step up, give him a nice bow, then you wait and see if he bows back. And if he does, you can go and touch him. If not, well, we'll get to that later. Right. Now, just make your bow. Nice and low. Back off, Harry. Back off. Keep still. Keep still. Oh, well done, Harry. Well done. Yeah, big brute, yeah. Right. I think you can go and pat him now. Go on. Don't be shy. Nice and slow now. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Oh, not so fast, Harry. Slow down, Harry. That's nice and slow. Now let him come to you. That's it. Slowly now. Slowly. Slowly. That's it. Yes. Well done. Oh, well done, Harry. Well done.
Cute, fluffy, or fearsome as they may be, most of the world's animals look fairly normal to us. But there are a few real creatures on this planet that are so amazingly unique, you'd think they jumped out of some fairy tale or fantasy movie. We're talking mythical birds, deep-sea monsters, and monster moles straight out of a science fiction movie. Are you ready to meet them? Here are 10 otherworldly animals, almost mythical in nature, that do actually exist in the wild. And if you've ever wondered whether there's any truth to the legendary blood-sucking chupacabra, you'll definitely want to stick through to number 1 and watch us solve the mystery. Let's get started. Number 10. Star-nosed mole. Looking like a cross between a rat and an octopus, the star-nosed mole is not only perhaps the world's weirdest looking creature, it's also the deadliest. Looking like it jumped out at you from an episode of Stranger Things, the star-nosed mole has incredible super senses that make it one of the most lethal hunters on the planet. Its 22-fingered nose is studded with thousands of microscopic sensory receptors called Emer's organ. This star-shaped nose lets the mole sense its environment with striking detail, and hunt for small invertebrates underground, with jaw-dropping efficiency. With one of the most touch-sensitive organs in the animal kingdom right on its face, the star-nosed mole can identify, catch, and devour its prey in less than a quarter of a second, which also makes it the world's fastest-eating mammal. If you found the existence of this monstrous mole jaw-dropping, just wait until we unveil the mystery of the legendary chupacabra at number 1. Number 9. Glaucus atlanticus. Do dragons exist in real life? Debatable. But aside from the fact that it's a lot smaller and lives underwater, this sea creature sure looks like one. Not only does the name Glaucus atlanticus have us thinking of the lost city of Atlantis, this little sea creature looks like he actually might have come from the city itself. That being said, the Glaucus atlanticus is actually an upside-down winged slug that floats in the ocean and feeds on yet another mythical being known as the Portuguese man-o'-war, a marine hydrozoan closely related to jellyfish. Oh, and after devouring its unique meal, the even more unique Glaucus keeps its prey's painful stingers to fend off other attackers, using it like some kind of sword. Number 8. Vampire deer. Not to worry, this real-life mythical monster won't suck your blood if you meet it out in the wild. The same way you'd expect a male deer to grow horns on top of its head like the rest of the species, the vampire deer is actually a rare subspecies of musk deer that grows sharp fangs from its upper jaw instead. Only the male deer in this family have fangs, and they're used to compete for mates. Once thought extinct, researchers found a lone Kashmir musk deer in northeastern Afghanistan last November for the first time in 60 years. These white-bellied musk deer are an endangered species, highly vulnerable due to their prized musk pod commonly used as a base note in expensive perfumery. There are only a few surviving in the wild, meaning these wonderful creatures may soon become a myth after all. Number 7. Tardigrade. Tardigrades are funny-looking creatures you've probably never seen in your life. Not just because they're hard to find, but because they're so incredibly tiny. You'd need a microscope to spot one. These microscopic critter are just as mythical looking as they are indestructible, less than 1 millimeter long. These creatures are capable of entering a state of cryptobiosis, whereby they bring their metabolism to a complete halt. This allows them to survive in extreme environments throughout the world, from scorching deserts to high mountains to the deepest of oceans, and makes them incredibly hard to kill. Scientific tests have shown they can endure intense pressure, extreme radiation, poison, and dehydration. They've actually been frozen and brought back to life after 3 decades like nothing happened. Number 6. Octopi. Is it a zebra? Is it a giraffe? Or is this creature just plain fiction? It might be hard to make out exactly what this magnificent creature is just by looking at it, as many of its features resemble those of other animals. The octopi, also known as the forest giraffe, Congolese giraffe, or zebra giraffe, is about the size of a horse with the long neck of a giraffe and is native to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Its unique features help it blend in with its surroundings and hide from prey, while helping it reach berries at greater heights, just like a giraffe would. In fact, although the octopi has the striped markings of a zebra, it is actually more closely related to the giraffe. Number 5. Superb bird of paradise. Its name alone sounds made up, but once you see this bird from up close, you'll think you've landed on another planet. Not to be confused with the regular birds of paradise with the long tail feathers, the males of the superb variety comes equipped with a bright blue breast shield and nape feathers that double as a cape. Yes, a cape. When the male bird is seeking a companion, he'll fan out those unique feathers, creating a disc-shaped appearance that looks similar to a neon blue and black smiley face. This unique feature also doubles as a defense mechanism to scare off potential predators. Number 4. Kraken. For centuries, people have told tales of deep-sea monsters with giant tentacles that drag people to their doom, to the point that we still see them in movies today. Ancient fisherman tales stated the Kraken was roughly the size of a few small islands. While the sounds of such an enormous beast makes you never want to swim again, scientists today are pretty sure the exaggerated legends are based on very real giant squid. The largest of these elusive giants ever found weighed nearly a ton, and measured 59 feet in length. It may not be a few islands big, but it's still the length of 10 average human beings, mind you. And while they may not be able to take down entire fleets, they sure could capsize a little boat if they wanted to. Another paleontologist believes he found evidence of Triassic squid that were up to 100 feet in length, though his theory is not yet well supported. Either way, there is at least some truth to the myth of these giant squids. Number 3. Thorny Devil. Here's a mythical creature you might expect to see in Jurassic Park, and yet, the Thorny Devil is a unique lizard native to Australia. About the size of the palm of your hand, this real-life monster uses its thorny spikes to protect itself from prey, while hunting for ants, the only food source it survives on. But perhaps the most mythical feature these creatures have is their ability to change color with the weather. They stay yellow and red when it's warm and switch to darker colors when it's chilly. Loving the video so far? Before we move on, here's a quick challenge for you. If you can leave a like on this video.
Yes, students, so now that we are done discussing about the supernatural creatures and we saw top 10 mystical creatures which prevail in Earth, right? So today, students, we are going to study about related to that supernatural creatures only. So the name of today's topic is Chasing the Sea Monster, and it was adopted from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. Alright? Yes, so let's move on to the chapter. Yes, so Chasing the Sea Monster. Our frigate wanted to go back, but the unearthly animal came at us with a speed double our own. We gasped, more stunned than afraid. We stood mute and motionless. The animal caught up with us, played with us. It made a full circle around the frigate and wrapped us in sheets of electricity that were like luminous dust. At any instant, it could have dashed against our ship. Meanwhile, I was surprised to see that our warship was fleeing, not fighting. I commented on this to Commander Frigate. His face, ordinarily so emotionless, showed great astonishment. Right, students, so it's time for you to do a silent reading. So I'll give you 1 minute to do the silent reading of the first paragraph. Alright? So, yes, start your silent reading. Alright, so let's move ahead. Alright, so before going further, I'll ask you a question because you have done a silent reading. So, students, tell me, who came double the speed of the frigate? Yes, it is unearthly animal. Correct. So now let's move to the explanation part. Our frigate wanted to go back, but the unearthly animal came at us with a speed double our own. We gasped, more stunned than afraid. We stood mute and motionless. Alright. So here, students, we have two in the first line we have two words which are new to us. First one is frigate, and the other one is unearthly. So let's see the meaning of. Alright. So frigate means small, speedy ship used in wars. So it is basically a warship. So frigate is a warship. Next hard word we have unearthly. So unearthly means strange, not like those found on earth. Alright, so it would be unearthly animal means it's a mystical thing which is not found on earth. So now, students, I'll make a sentence using the word frigate and then you have to make it. Alright, so Indian Navy used frigate during the wars. Yes? Yes, very good. Now it's your turn to make a sentence out of it. Yes, frigates are also made up of iron and wood. Excellent. So now let's do the explanation part. So our warship wanted to go back, but some mystical, strange animal came at us with double the speed. So we gasped, means they stunned, and they are also stunned, but they are not afraid. So they stood mute and motionless because they were surprised to see what it is. Like it is a strange thing which is coming towards their warship. So what is it? Right? Yes. So let's move further. Yes. The animal caught up with us, played with us. It made a full circle around the frigate and wrapped us in sheets of electricity that were like luminous dust. At any instant, it could have dashed against our ship. So here, students, we have a hard word which is luminous. So let's see the meaning of it first. Yes, luminous means bright, full of light. Alright? Yes. So let's do the explanation part here. The animal caught up with us, played with us. So the unearthly animal. So that unearthly animal came to their ship and it was playing around them. It was, making circles around the warship. And he also, wrapped the ship in a bright light. Alright? Yes. So at the same instant, it could have dashed against the ship. It means that that animal, then unearthly animal, was, could have dashed to the warship. Meanwhile, I was surprised to see that our warship was fleeing, not fighting. I commented on this to the commander, Fragrant. His face, ordinarily no motionless, showed great astonishment. Alright, students here, meanwhile, they were surprised to see that their warship was not fighting against it. It's just going with the flow. So the author here commented to the commander of that warship, and his face was ordinarily no motion. It doesn't have any motion, so it was it didn't make any changes in his face, to the captain's face, right? Yes. Professor Enox, he answered me. I don't know what kind of fearsome creatures I am up against, and I don't want my frigate running foolishly risk all this darkness. So here the author is, calling out like Professor Enox. He's calling and he's saying that I don't know what kind of creature it is, but I don't want my warship to risk its life in this whole darkness. So students, here we have a hard word which is fearsome. So let's see. Yes. So the meaning of the word fearsome means scary, frightening. Okay. So it means it's a very scary kind of a thing, something. Alright. Yes. So yes. So now I'll make a sentence out of it. So sea creatures are fearsome. Yes. Yes, so means sea creatures are scary sometimes. Yes. Alright, so let's move ahead. Yes, beside how should we attack this unknown creature? How should we defend ourselves against it? Let's wait for daylight and then we'll play a different role. So here, what does the boy is saying? The boy is saying that beside we don't know about the creature, right? That unearthly creature. So how should we defend ourselves? So he's saying that let's wait for the daylight and then we'll play a different role. It means he's saying that let the day would start, the daylight comes, and we'll do something about it. Yes, so let's move forward. So students, now we have, let's continue. The whole crew stayed on their feet all night long. No one even thought of sleeping. Unable to compete with the monster's speed, our frigate, the Abraham Lincoln, slowed down. Alright, so students, here the author is describing about the situation where they have encountered with the sea creature, and the crew. So let's see the meaning of the word crew here. It's a new word. Yes, so crew means people working on the ship. Alright, so the people who are working on the ship. So because they are so frightened, they are on their feet, means they are just standing and they didn't thought of sleeping. Alright, yes, and the monster speed is too much, and their warship, which is the frigate, is unable to compete it. So the name of their frigate is Abraham Lincoln. Yes, so let's move forward. Yes, so let's continue. For its part, the animal mimicked the frigate, simply rode with the wave, but did not leave the field of battle. However, near midnight it disappeared, or to use a more appropriate expression, it went out like a huge glowworm. So here, students, the unearthly creature, right? So he was just mimicking the frigate, means Abraham Lincoln, right? Yes, and he was simply riding with the wave, just like the frigate. And it was the creature was not full of fear with the frigate, so he stood in the battlefield. But near the midnight, so it disappeared. It without any appropriate expression. So it was just like a huge glowworm. So students, you have seen a glowworm, right? It blinks at night, right? And when does it disappear? It is very hard to see, right? Yes. In that way only, they are saying this, that the sea monster or the unearthly creature, so he just went out like a huge glowworm. Yes, students, very nice. All right, so now let's do some recap. All right. Yes. So name the novel from which the chapter is taken. Yes, students, name it. Yes. So it is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Excellent. Let's see the next one. What is the name of the warship? Correct. Abraham Lincoln. Very nice. Let's see the third one. At what time did the monster disappear? Yes, it's at the midtime. Excellent. Very nice, students. Very good. Yes, students. So now that we are done with the recap part, let's do the application. So here I have true and false for you. So the first one is the warship's name was frigate. Yes, students, tell me, is it true or false? Correct. It's false. Excellent. Next, Abraham Lincoln was the captain of the ship. Yes, is it true or false? Correct. False. Excellent. The sea monster disappeared at the midnight. Is it true or false? True. Excellent. The fourth one. The speed of the earthly creature was double the speed of the frigate. Is it true or is it false? It's false. Excellent. Yes, students. Very nice. So now that we are done with the application part, let's move to the homework part. Yes, in homework you have to write the sentences out of the new words which we have discussed today. Alright? Yes. So thank you so much, students, for attending my class. So I'll see you in the next class and then we'll continue. Alright? Till then, take care. Bye.